What is up, my stereotypical beach-looking people? I am Frank, and in this video today, I'm going to be going over the things that you need to look out for and should know when buying a new skimboard. Sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. Choosing a skimboard is pretty straightforward. There are a couple important things to know when choosing what to get throughout your beginner and intermediate skill level. First thing to know is that being able to get the best possible board will give you a better chance of progression. Starting on a very cheap woody or small fiberglass board is okay when you weigh up to 75 pounds. But as you pass 100 pounds, a bigger board with more room for your feet is going to be necessary. If you visit any manufacturer website, they will have a chart that shows what body weight each size of the board will be best for. You should also be able to find these charts on the boards for sale at local shops too. If you have a large budget, getting something carbon fiber in your weight range is ideal. If you are still very new and don't have a lot to spend at first, carbon fiber isn't totally necessary, as long as the board is fiberglass, a popular brand name, and in your weight range. If you want the board to last as long as possible and you are still at a young age that you are growing, getting a board that is a size larger than what you currently need might help slow down how quickly you outgrow the board. A slightly larger board will be better for flotation, and once you grow into the board, it will start to perform a little better. When it comes to custom and pro style boards, riders are able to choose certain features and enhance them to cause a more desired effect. One of the best examples is the shape of the board. Typically, you will have the pro shape or the hybrid shape. Looking very closely, you can see a very slight difference in the way the boards are shaped. A pro shape is known for its much more narrow nose, where the hybrid is a bit wider. The pro shape having such a narrow nose is best for speed and maneuverability. Being this narrow does have a slight disadvantage, as you need to be fast to utilize the board, and the waves need to be powerful and large enough to help carry you along. Choosing smaller or more narrow shapes will benefit speed and maneuverability to some extent. You will be sacrificing overall flotation in conditions that are not as big or powerful. This is where hybrid and other wider shapes like the Exile Dude Cruise and Zap Rocketfish come into play. The hybrid shape is like the happy medium when it comes to maneuverability and flotation. It's just ever so slightly wider than the pro shape, so that on smaller days you can get that extra bit of flotation you might need while still having very good maneuverability to perform turns and tricks. Shapes such as the Dude Cruise and Rocketfish are about as wide as it gets for skimboards. These shapes are designed to be the best for really getting as much flotation as possible while still being able to perform as a very good all-around skimboard. They will not be as snappy or speedy as a hybrid or pro shape, but being able to stay floating on top of the water will not be as hard to maintain. Getting boards that are bigger and wider will benefit ease of maintaining flotation, but you sacrifice some maneuverability and speed. Another way you can tune your board is by the rocker. The rocker of a skimboard helps the nose of the board stay clear from digging into the sand and water. Most woody boards have very little or maybe no rocker at all, and this is what can make them difficult to ride, especially at the beach. Rocker on a pro style board is mostly tuned for how much white water a rider tends to experience. The more white water, the larger the rocker you might want. If you experience less white water, then a smaller or normal rocker should be fine. Boards also have different tail shapes. The most common is the pintail. giving the best overall stability on the water. Usually found on wider shape boards to help increase their lacking mobility, W and square shaped tails give the back of the board a more snappy feel. Square shapes also allowing for a more robust spray. To summarize, getting a board that is fiberglass, within your body weight range, and made by a real skim company is ideal for learning and getting better as a beginner. Any kind of fiberglass is better than a woody. Woody boards are only for very young children. To ultimately progress past the beginner level, you should start to consider carbon fiber. It's the most durable and lightweight material and supports heavier weight better on the water. Always refer to the weight chart and choose different sizes and shapes for better use in specific situations.